Hey guys, Billie Jenkins here with Silver Creek Doodles. Today we're going to be grooming our Aussie Doodle, Millie. But we're also going to be unboxing this and trying it out and giving a review. So we were super excited for this company to reach out and asked if we wanted to do a review on their product, and I thought absolutely. We've had a few companies ask us, and we did take up one, and we actually did that, before, so you can take a peek at that on my site. But we definitely want to try this one out. It's got a blow dryer, it's got the clippers, it's got all different guards, it has a couple different brushes and the vacuum system. So let's go ahead and unbox this. So now that we have everything unboxed, let's go ahead and show how we prepped Miss Millie already. So you can see that we are getting her all wet. Look at those beautiful eyes. Got her all soaped up. We got to make sure we get, everything clean. She's a good girl. Now we're going to rinse her all out. Make sure you get all them suds out. And now we're going to towel dry her. So you probably can't tell by just looking, but we do have some spots in here where she does shed quite a bit. Shake, 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 Miss Millie. But we, she is one of our shedders. So what I'm going to do is I am blow drying with our blow dryer in our tub because this is in our groom room and there's going to be hair everywhere. So you see this hair on like the back. I don't want all of this in my room that I'm doing the review on. So I'll kind of show you the equipment and what it does, but we're going to do this first. So here's Miss Millie. She's on her couch. She's like, oh my goodness, that wore me out. But that's what she looked like before we're going to come in here and trim up her eyes. We already did her nails, but we're going to go ahead and trim up her feet. So we're just going to do the prep work that this machine is obviously not going to do. So we went ahead and straight cut her eyes. And then we went ahead and blended in. And now you can see all the hair that falls forward. I'm going to go ahead and give that a cut. There you go. She's so pretty. And then we need to blend in the top. So you can see it kind of looks like a bowl cut right now. But we went ahead and blended just with our scissors. And we've got the beard and the mustache to do too. So take a peek at that. And here we go. We've cut off some. We've, kind of blended them in on the sides. She's a good girl. And then, we have the ears left. So there's not going to be much that we're going to cut off of the ears. Her ears are actually the hardest for me. So we're just going to kind of do the outline of what the ears lengthwise should be for what I want and just leave it and we'll kind of see how it works. All right, so now we're going to round up the feet. We're probably going to have to come back in and blend them once we give our haircut, but this is just kind of doing prep work first. So we went ahead and also just did the back feet, cut around them and blended a little bit, but like I said, we'll probably have to come back and do it again. All right, so now that we have everything unboxed, let's go ahead and talk about it. So here is what come in our pack, so super exciting. So this can be used by itself, charged. It doesn't have to be connected, but you do have to charge it. So you hold this down and that gets us started. It also comes with these 4 different guards. So this is supposedly a carpet cleaner. So I don't know how, that works, but we will definitely give it a try. So this is one of the attachments that is for like dogs that shed. This is like the Furminator. So that's super exciting. You'll brush, and then push there and it'll suck it all in. So that is good. And then this is another brush that helps get dogs with a little bit longer hair, of course, and then you bring it back in and it'll suck all that hair up. We've also got, this is for the blow dryer. It'll have where you can blow dry. It'll have a little bit more power with length or just this nozzle. So I'm super excited to try this out. So let's go ahead and get it plugged in and see how it works. Okay, so reading instructions, I gotta make sure obviously we connect these in the right spot because we've got suction and we've got, well, we've actually got the blow dryer one that's thicker, the suction that you can see through. So kind of think you want to see things going in is kind of what I'm gonna do. That's how I'm gonna remember. But I was looking in here to figure out where to connect what. So we already blow dried Millie, as you can see, but I'm gonna show you and I wanna see how it gets warm. I wanna feel that. So it shows that the side away from the canister, think of where it comes in. The other side where the hole is where the blow dryer part goes. So, just connected, super easy. I am going to use this one because this is what I normally use. All right, so it is connected. So let's go ahead and turn it on. All right, so there's 3 speeds. This is the first speed. That's the second speed. Back on the first speed, but what I'm going to do next is I am going to put the heater on. So there's 3 different speeds for that too, or 3 different levels. I can already feel it. So as soon as I put it on level 1, I could feel it. Level 2, it's warmer. And level 3, it's really warm. So it actually warms up quicker than mine that I use, the high power one, which this is also high power. All right, I'm gonna put it back on the first speed, and this is 2, which you can see. Sometimes I'll turn it off for a second so I can talk. So sometimes if you have a dog or a puppy that you're teaching to, get used to the blow dryer or something like that, you want to do it without anything on it so it's easy. It's easy flow. It still is really warm. This is actually warm too. So I would start out with a puppy or start out with a dog that's not used to that without anything on. This one gives us a lot of power because it directs it to a small hole. So let me go ahead and check this one out too, just to feel it. I'm gonna put the heat on because I like it. I don't know if you can tell, like it's a lot. It's a lot of air. Okay, so obviously you're on the other side of the camera. You can't see, but it has a lot of power. I'm actually pretty happy with this. There's not a lot. I mean, there are tools with this. There's not a whole lot of tools that I've seen with other ones, but that, is definitely something that's important. But let's go ahead and take this part off. But I do, that's awesome. So we've got our flying pig, is what we normally use, but that actually works really, really well. So I am happy with it. So let me set this to the side. All right, and let's come back with this one. So remember, what you can see through, this is how I'm gonna remember it. What you can see through is what you wanna see something going in. You want to see it connected to, the suction part. All right, so we are connected. All right, and so here is our clippers. So I'm going to connect this. Easy. All right, and then for Millie, I went ahead and prepped her like you've seen, and we keep our dogs on the shorter side. If you've seen my videos before, we like them short. We will go through and show you the different lengths, like show you what the longest will be, but I like her short. We're gonna cut her on the shorter side, so let's go ahead and grab her. She smells so good. All right, she's not gonna be too happy about being on camera. She's a good girl though. All right, so you remember that you can use these, and we will use these on her pad and on places you need to get really close. And we will do that towards the end. We'll have to do the bottom of her feet. But let's go ahead and do the 12 millimeter, starting out. And it just slides on. Just make sure it's slid on correctly. All right, and I am going to turn it on. I'm gonna do the second speed. So I can see that it has taken hair in here, but it's definitely not doing anything that I can tell a big difference. So I am gonna go ahead, let me see. Maybe I'll go, because there's 4. I'm gonna go second to last. I'm gonna do the 6 millimeter. Yeah, let's do the 6 millimeter and try it on her. All right, so you have to push it down enough to where it clicks for it to be even. All right, let's try it again. That's pretty good, so I'm gonna go ahead and do the whole body. Can you see the difference on camera? Like this length that it's taken off? It's doing a good job. And another reason I like to do short, because you can see frizzy hair, and then we've got this real slick hair. All right, so it didn't tell me anything. I do know there is a spot on here that says airflow warning, but I can tell that the suction has gotten less, and I kind of need it all to be the same suction so it can pull up all the hair at the same length. So I'm gonna put her down really quick because I don't know if I trust her as much as I trust Dave, if you've seen in my previous video. But let me go ahead and take this off and dump it. So it's not exactly full. We've got some spot over here that could have had some in it, but like I said, I could tell that the suction had gotten less. So let me go dump that in the trash. All right, so pretty easy. All you did was put your finger in here and it just pulled straight out and just cleaned it out. And then it very easily just popped right back in there. So let me go fetch Millie. All right, let's try it again. right, so I'm gonna have to stop a minute. I don't know how long we've been cutting hair for. I did charge this for about 2 hours before getting started. I don't know if it was fully charged. You would think it would come almost fully charged, but it already died. So now I'm like, I'm contemplating. I wish that I wouldn't have started yet so I could see like the full length of the battery. But let's go ahead and take this apart and go put it back on the charger, and then we'll come back and finish once it's running. Okay, and before I go put it on the charger, just because I'm fresh of doing it, this is the normal length of normal clippers, and usually it being in your hand is really well adding on this bottom part actually makes it really awkward. Because you can't like get down low under the table and do things like this because you've got that much more room. Plus this is really, really thick. It just makes it really awkward. And I'm trying to get this off and I can't. So I know if it was, I mean, I will, but I know if it was anybody else. So it's like these things right here are what's holding it. So you have to push those in, but they're inside. Okay, got it, but it was really hard. So that was not easy to do. So kind of two things I don't really like about this. All right, so let's go ahead and get it attached again. Put the same top back on because we still have more of the body to do. So let me go find Millie. She's like, not again. All right, sit. Come on, good girl. Okay, so we are done with the body, I believe. She got a little, you know, scraggles here and there, but it's just because we're in here. We're not in my groom room, and I'm trying not to get in front of the camera and all that kind of stuff. So it's done a good job with the cutting. The suction is good. The only thing, like I said, is this is really thick, and it's not as flexible for me. It's more heavy and just not really forgiving. And then this makes the whole thing so long. It should be shorter. It would be fine if that was not there. And then it's really hard to get off. You know, not everybody, if someone has frail hands or fingernails, you're not going to be able to get that off, to be able to push it in and get it off. So I think it is going to be a little difficult for some people. But let's go ahead and take the guard off and shave up the inside of her pads and her private area. Okay, so I don't know if it's because, if you can see, if it's because there's clogged hair in here. They did not send it with a little brush to like get out the clogged hair. Of course, I've got them, and it might not even be clogged, but it's not doing a very good job of cutting real close to the skin. You can see let me see if I can show you, but as I go across it, it should just be cutting the hair and sucking it up, but it's actually kind of just pushing the hair. Some of it's cutting, but then some of the hair too, it's just kind of pushing it down. So let's go ahead, and I'm gonna turn her around and try to get it more to the camera so you can see. Those swipes should have taken all of that off, but it's like it's not getting it all. All right, so it took a lot more effort trying to get the hair not even out of the pads, but just what was flush to where the pads were. So I'm not very happy about that, because usually, like dogs that are ticklish on their feet, you want it to be the least amount of swipes or the least amount of messing with, and this one you have to go over and go over and go over. So that's kind of aggravating. It works, you know, it gets there, but then if it's already not as sharp as you would want it to start out, how long until it won't cut the hair here? I don't know. She's got thin hair already. It's more of a coarse, thinner hair because she is an F1 Aussie Doodle, and it's not that hard to cut. So it's like I might try this on one of my curly dogs to see how it does with curly hair. It's just, I don't know. I'm not very happy. I love the blow dryer. Blow dryer is fantastic. Love the blow dryer. I haven't used the brushes yet, and I haven't used the carpet, you know, vacuum. But there are a few things that I don't like about the clippers and suction part of the clippers. So let's go ahead and finish trimming her up with my scissors, and it's gonna leave hair on here. And then we're gonna clean up with it with our tools and then see how that works too. All right, so that is it for Miss Millie right now. I'm gonna bring her back in a minute, but let's go ahead and get this all sucked up and get it all clean. All right, so just vacuumed up the whole area. We don't have carpet right here, so I kind of I wish we had more of a top that almost was like this. It would be great if this was universal and could also be on this spot, so then you can like suction up, you know how, you know, we have ones like that, but I guess that worked fine too. It just was, I don't know, it's just awkward, you know, something's different about it. But let's go ahead and get all this stuff set back up, and then I'm gonna let Millie outside and take a video of her because she's looking super cute. And then I'm gonna sit down and talk about what I think about the whole product. So here's our girl, blue-eyed girl. She looks pretty good. I mean, it's kind of hard to mess up her hair because she does have thin hair and she does shed. So it's a lot easier to do, but you know, with our scissors and, you know, trimming up the feet and the nails and the head and all of that stuff, she is just really cute, and these clippers did help us out a little. So as you can see, we walked Millie outside. She is absolutely looking fantastic. You know, we did have to use scissors to trim up some stuff, but that is normal for any type of clippers. You have to use scissors to trim the feet and the head and all of that stuff if you want a longer flowy look. So let's go ahead and just do a wrap up. We've got the kit. The canister, you know, is super easy to, you know, take the filter out, you know, drop it, you know, clean it out. They do say with the filter you can actually wash it, like run it through, so that's pretty cool. Here on the front of where the filter is, this is where you connect the suction, obviously where you can see here with this hose, which was actually very thick. You know, it's when you are grooming and you're doing all of this stuff, you know, you want something that, for one, isn't super heavy and that bends easy, of course not in half, but, you know, has some give. This actually was really hard. So it was a little tougher for me. I mean, if you're not used to using something specific, maybe it's not so bad, but for me it was just difficult. Now, connecting this end to the bottom of the clippers even made it that much more longer which again was hard for me because a lot of times you want to get up under there and, you know, do different things. And with that much longer and this being so thick, it was just hard. And then when I had the guard off and trying to trim her pads at her feet, it actually wasn't getting it very good. So I don't know if it might just be they're not as sharp for safety. I don't know, but I want it to be able to go through once or twice and it to be done instead of having to dig and dig. It just, for one, it doesn't aggravate the dogs, and for two, it's less time. We've got the, you know, 4 different types of guards here, which is great. I still don't know if this length for some people would be long enough for when you groom your own doodle. I did use the second to shortest, so like the third one. So I didn't use these, but they're pretty self-explanatory. They feel good. When you do that, it's going to suck it right up. You know, same here. You know, this feels like a Furminator. You brush. Do that. It's going to, you know, pull that hair in there. I think they'll work fine. I didn't attach them on and off, but I don't see the sides. You know how I had told you on these clippers here where those sides are, they're just so hard to press. So let me see how these do, because these don't have any sides. Of course, they do have that part that goes into here. So it's snug, so you definitely don't have to have it. I guess these maybe like push up against the side. Yeah, so if you see on the inside, there are those pieces where they go, but you are gonna have to have some muscles to, you know, get them. I did not use the vacuum part, you know, for the carpet. I just didn't use it. We only have like, what, 2 pieces of carpet in here, and I don't know. I do think it will get some, but honestly, the look to me, I don't know. I don't know. I didn't use it though, but it could work, but it might not. But I don't really recommend buying this product. Besides, the only thing that I do really like is the blow dryer, because it had a lot of pressure. You know, I didn't use it on Millie, but I used it. You know, I turned it on and did it with heat, without heat. It got really warm on 3. And then it also had a lot of power. So it's like that part, the blow dryer, it's great. I like it. But the rest of it, I'm kind of about. So I hate that. I hate to give, you know, bad reviews. Of course, they did ask me to do this. And I'm going to be honest to my, you know, my people that watch this, and, you know, to my puppy families that are asking on stuff to get. But this isn't something that I recommend. But we will do a comparison of the 2 products. And I do have another company, 2 more companies that have reached out to me, and I'm going to look at them to see about doing a review on them. So we'll kind of see, and maybe do some other ones. But I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Sorry it wasn't the best, you know, yes, we love it type of video, but of course we're here to be honest. So don't forget to hit that subscribe link, and we'll see you next time. Bye.